the state of New York's kind of fun because there's such old history. Here in Utah, you don't get this history that goes back hundreds of years. Because our houses were 1800s, and that was just normal. You lived in a house that was that old, and so it's kind of fun. They really have a lot of different things going on. It's kind of fun to see some of the older cities. My first area was in Gloversville, New York, and that was actually, it really got big years ago because of a bark that was there. They'd use that, it had acid in it that they could use to tan leather. And so it was the glove capital of the world, which is why it was named Gloversville. So there'd be all these women on the porches, sewing gloves all day. And then as the synthetic acids came in that they could tan without being next to trees, then the population kind of started to slow down and shrink because they were no longer making gloves for the entire world. So it was kind of fun. And then there was other things like Troy, New York, which did a ton of steel work. And so you could see these really old, really fancy buildings because it was a wealthy town years ago, and it was kind of fun to see some of that history and that culture. Of course, Albany, which is mentioned in the scriptures, and they actually had a fire years ago in I think 1870s, and a lot of the town burned. And so if you go up and down the streets, a lot of the streets, the houses have these little plaques that say how old the house is, kind of a historical thing. And it was kind of fun because we'd walk by and there's all these houses that were built right then after the fire. And then occasionally you'd catch one that was younger than that, but most of them were right at that time. And so it was really interesting to kind of learn about those things. And then of course there's fun museums. So there's always the little county museums that are kind of fun. But of course in Albany there's the State Museum right next to the Capitol. And you can go in there and they have little bits of everything. So they have animals, rocks, kind of cultural things, stuff like that. So it really is a unique place, and you can really learn a lot. Of course, there's the Erie Canal that goes straight through the state, and there's the Mohawk River, and that was kind of part of that Erie Canal. So there's still locks there that were in the mission that we drive by. It was kind of fun to see that going. And yeah, there's just a lot because there's such old history. And of course, New York is kind of fun because they put up signs. So you drive past, I don't know if you've seen those big signs are kind of the historical metal signs, and they put them up different places so you could just kind of read, oh, this happened at this place, this happened at that place. I remember driving by to district meeting. There's always this one funny sign that just made me laugh. It was a historic whipping post. And we'd always drive by it. And it was kind of funny because just in the middle of nowhere next to the road, there's the historic whipping post. So I think there's always little things to learn and to enjoy.